Hello everybody and welcome to Business Statistics Online at Frederick Community College. My name is Professor Lockman and I am your instructor for this class. And here on the screen you see some of our math faculty at the department. This happy person down here on the bottom right, this is myself. If you ever on campus and you would like to stop by and say hi, I think that would be wonderful. So now that you know what I look like, let's go ahead and get started. This is the video where I will go through the main structure of the class and get you started with it. Okay, I will follow a quick outline to kind of stay on track. So the first thing that I want to talk about is Blackboard. Blackboard will be the main platform for us to communicate, and many of you already are logged in and browse through all the tabs and look through all the folders. So if you go into the announcement tab, you will see all of the announcements for the class. They will not be deleted, and we already have one big announcement that happened today. So this is something that I expect students to check at least every other day. Okay, for the announcements, I will send out 2 to 3 announcements per week, and you should get a copy of that in your email unless more is needed. I try not to overwhelm my students with too many emails, but 2 to 3 is fairly reasonable, and sometimes you'll just get 1 or 2. Okay. The weekly assignments are already posted, so if you go into Module 1, you can see that I already opened up 5 folders for the next 5 weeks, and I will do that for each of the modules. So there are 3 modules in the class, and you will see 1 module open at a time. So you can kind of plan ahead and see what you need to do in the next 5 weeks. Okay, every week should look fairly similar to the one before. You have an assignment checklist, just to give you a quick idea of what is to be covered that particular week. Okay, the learning materials will include data sets, which are Excel sheets with numbers that are already entered for you. Okay, reading material will be done through the ebook on MyMathLab and a bunch of videos. Some of them videos are just there to give you a general idea of the topic, and others, the ones that I created specifically for this class, are more tailored towards computational part, in particular using Excel. So these videos you will find very helpful for your weekly activities that we will discuss in a little bit. Okay, so for example, for chapter 2, you can see that I have 3 fairly long videos for this particular chapter. Okay, so definitely check them out. And you notice that all weeks have a very similar structure. You have an assignment checklist, basically a table that tells you what's coming up for that week. Okay, what are your assignments, what are your outcomes, and what materials you need to review. Okay, learning materials will include your textbook, data sets, and videos from me. Okay, and some other videos. And then you also have graded assignments. Okay, so there will be 2 major grading assignments for each week. MyMathLab homework, and then Excel activity that you need to submit for me to grade. Okay. All right, let me see that if I'm staying on track. So communications done, weekly assignments discussed. Now let's talk about the discussion board. Okay, the discussion board in this class is not mandatory, but it's very encouraged. Okay, so you see that some people are already posting, making posts about the introductions. If you have a question that's related to a specific chapter or specific concept, please post them in here. If you go into each of the forums, you can subscribe. So you go ahead and press this button right here. And what's going to happen anytime there is a new post, you will get notified to your FCC email. So you don't have to keep checking the forum. Okay. So that's discussion. Again, it is not mandatory, but it's very encouraged that you guys use this very helpful tool. And at the end of the semester, I will be looking at the overall participation, and if students were very active throughout the entire semester, I consider giving extra credit for the general grade. Okay, so that's your discussion board. Okay, the gradebook. If you go to my grades, you will see that right now you have all the grades listed there for module 1. Okay, you have 4 weekly activities with due dates. We have exam 1 and MyMathLab. So this grade right here, I will look at the end of module 1 and I will manually enter your score from MyMathLab. Okay, and then the same for exam 1, that will be taken in MyMathLab. I will see what your grade is there and will enter it manually over here. Okay, once we're done with module 2, there will be a new set of assignments in Blackboard, and you will see your overall grade. Okay, so you will see your overall grade all the time once we actually start submitting assignments. Right now, we don't have anything going on. Okay, let's see what else we need to discuss. So that's your grade book, and then course evaluations at the end of the class. I'm going to ask you to submit course evaluations, which is a very important part of any class, in particular online class. So I will send you a reminder, just one gentle reminder, and you will probably get a couple of reminders from the college itself. Okay, let's take a look. So MyMathLab is a mandatory part of the class. We have e-text and some non-mandatory videos. Okay, so if we go to course materials and MyMathLab registration, okay, some students are already registered. You just follow these really simple instructions to sign up for this class, and you may also use 14 days grace period or financial aid period, sometimes people call it that, to not pay for the course right away. Once you do sign up, you will see that you will have all of the assignments are already created, and some of the deadlines are already established for module 1 in particular. Okay, and module 2 and 3 assignments are there, but the deadlines are not established just yet. So you see that you have 30 assignments total. Okay, and you can start working them at any time you wish. Another thing that you will need to do here is reading of the textbook, assigned sections only. So this is part of the learning. Okay, so for example here, I'm looking at section 1.2, okay, data. So this would be part of your assignments for the week. You would go through the textbook and assign reading. Okay, you do not need to get a physical book. This is fine. I think a physical book is actually fairly expensive. So we will stick to using ebook, and my videos that I create for the Excel activities should be extremely helpful. Okay, so to access this, you would go to multimedia library. Okay, let's say you want to look at chapter 3, you select multimedia textbook, and it will give you all of these sections here. Okay, so this is how you access your ebook, and here's cover of the actual physical book, and I have it, so if you would like to come in and take a look at the actual textbook, that's fine, but you, I repeat, you do not need to get a physical book. Okay? You do not need to have a hard cover of the book. Okay, all right, so let me take a look. So we've done a general structure of the class. Let me see. Weekly online homework. Let me check with the syllabus that it is indeed 15%. Okay, this is weekly homework is 10%. So let's go ahead and change that. This is 10%. Your weekly activities through Excel are 15%. Okay, so all of your grades are listed in the syllabus, right? They're weighted grades. Okay, we have online homework, that's 10%. Weekly activities are 15%. And you have 3 exams. No final exam, just 3 exams. Okay, all right, so let's see, what else should we discuss? Weekly workload. Okay, I kind of already went through it. Reading activities, just assigned sections only. So please look at the checklist. So for example, if you go to week 3, assignment checklist, okay, so here looks like we're skipping 3.4. Okay, definitely take a look and see which ones you're not required to focus on. Okay, so week 3, we have this section to go through. Okay, let's see what else. Online homework, that's MyMathLab. Videos from your instructor, again, this is very, very recommended, strongly recommended. And then written activities, which involve practicing with Excel and some of the conceptual problems. Okay, so for weekly activity, you would go to graded assignment. You would download this file right here. Okay, read all of the instructions, follow up with your solution, and then submit it right here. Okay, activity 3, submit here. And I have a fairly detailed video on how to submit activities through Blackboard. If you go to course materials, how to submit weekly activity. This was created a couple of years ago, so I'm not using our site in particular, but that's okay. The idea is exactly the same. Okay, so you would submit your activity through Blackboard. Once you submit it, you should have a receipt in your email saying, okay, your assignment was submitted successfully, or something of that sort. Okay, and that's it. So if you take a look on module 1, we have 4 weeks of learning. Okay, reading, videos, online homework, 1 Excel activity. That's it. It's very structured. It's very predictable what you have. Okay, no extra quizzes or no assignments that just come out of nowhere. Okay, we will follow the same setup. Okay, again, it's a bunch of videos, some reading, online homework that you can do infinitely many times until you're satisfied with your score, and then 1 graded assignment that I will personally look at every student's work and I will assign you a grade. Okay, so after 4 weeks of learning, we will have 5 days for exam number 1, and that's going to be done through MyMathLab, and there's information that you guys can read through. Okay, so once we get closer to week 5, I will also open up module 2 folder, so in case people want to start working ahead, they can. Okay, one important thing that I do want to mention before we stop here, there will be 2 exams, okay, that need to be taken at the FCC Testing Center. Okay, so test 2 and 3 are paper exams that will need to be proctored by a certified staff. Okay, so that's our FCC Testing Center, or if you're out of county student, you would need to contact me in advance to arrange something else. Okay, so this is a requirement by the college. This is not my rule. That's every online class has to have at least 1, but no more than 2 proctored face-to-face exams. Okay, so that's something for you guys to keep in mind. And if you take a look at the dates over here, these are rough dates, but we're gonna stick to these unless something comes out. Okay, so if something comes up unexpected, I will definitely let you know in advance, but that doesn't really happen too much in online classes, so these are the dates that you should keep in mind. And of course, as we get closer to the dates for proctored exams, I will be sending a lot of reminders, a lot of emails saying, hey, it's time to start thinking about it, when you're gonna go, if you're ready, if you need any help preparing. So you will definitely hear a lot from me. Okay, so that's everything for the weekly load and how to succeed in an online class. So for this part right here, I will tell you to do the following. The most important thing for any online class is time management. Okay, so what you should not be doing, you shouldn't be waiting until, let's say, Sunday night and doing everything in one sitting. So time management is a big one. Okay, Try to log in every other day. Try to do a little bit of reading, a little bit of working on online homework every other day. And that will be a huge, huge, huge help for you. Okay? It's very difficult to succeed in any online class, math in specifically, in particular, if you try to do everything in just one sitting before it's due. Okay, so time management is number one. Okay, then ask for help. Definitely ask for help when needed. Okay, I'm very responsive when students ask for help in advance. I can give you tips, I can create more videos, I can just explain it over the phone, over a video chat, or I can direct you to our STEM center, which is also really, really, really helpful. So ask for help whenever you need it. I'm here. My job is to make sure you guys have all resources to succeed in this class. Okay, so those two things are very, very important. So that's everything that I want you guys to know as of right now. So think about it as your syllabus day. Okay. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to me via email if it's something personal. And then if it's related to a topic or section or some concept, please use the discussion board. I check them a lot, I check them often, and I reply to concept-related questions fairly quickly. Okay, so thank you all for watching. Welcome to the course. I hope you find this class engaging and very useful and challenging, which is not a bad thing. But again, I'm here for you guys. I like teaching statistics. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I actually take pride and honor in the fact that I help students, get past this fear of statistics and become successful. So please, please, please ask for help, reach out to me, and let's have a great semester.